Good morning, everybody. It's me, Jessica, and I am here to guide you through your morning rise and shine yoga. We're going to get started on the floor in child's pose in just about 4 minutes. If you're here early, please feel free to just find whatever stretches feel best as you start to wake up your body. Grab some water or some coffee or whatever you need, and I'll see you on your mat at 7. Happy Thursday, everyone. Yay! Welcome, everybody. It's 7 a.m. So I am here to guide you through your rise and shine yoga practice as advertised. We're going to be starting in child's pose. So feel free to use any props or whatnot that you want. We did a little bit of a gentler version of child's pose on your shoulders yesterday in yin, in which I encouraged everyone to cross their arms and even bring their forehead to their forearms. So stretching those hands all the way out in front of you and working to bring your forehead to the ground or to your block. It doesn't quite feel like the stretch that works for you today. If you want something a little bit more gentle, think about folding those forearms in towards each other. Start to send your hips back towards your heels. Taking this time to just come into your breath as we start to gently wake our bodies up. We'll spend a couple minutes right here
Breathing in child's pose, I truly encourage you to use your exhale. Find a little bit of an extra stretch. Every exhale working to bring your hips through your heels. And on your inhales, focus on the stretch that you can create by stretching your fingertips forward towards the top of your mat. Maybe even a tenting of your fingers on the floor so that your forearms are raised, a little extra engagement. If that feels too much for you in your upper body, feel free to take a nice generous bend of your elbows. Forearms can come down towards the mat, and you can still enjoy exhaling your hips towards your heels. Slowing your breath down, starting to get a little engagement of your abdominal area, a little stimulation of your organs by having your belly pressed against your thighs. As you're coming into your breath, if you want to set an intention for today's practice or for your entire day, maybe just the intention of doing whatever it is that your body can do today and being accepting of it. Maybe your intention is someplace or someone that you want to send your energy to. And if none of that sounds awesome to you, you don't have to do it. Just a deep thought. Taking this time to focus on your breath and yourself. Inhaling in awareness, nice and slow. Exhaling out stress and tension. Inhaling in happiness. And exhaling out sadness. Coming towards the last couple of breaths here in child's pose, work to expand your inhale even more. Feel the back of your rib cage expand, and even take a moment with your lungs full. Just holding in that fullness in your stillness before enjoying your long, slow exhale, and enjoying a moment with the lungs completely empty. Last 3 breaths. Nice. You might want to gently wiggle your fingers a little bit or wiggle your toes. We're going to pull ourselves up into tabletop. Once you get here, spread those fingertips nice and wide like a starfish. Focusing on pressing that fleshy J and the L between your thumb and your pointer finger down on the mat. Hands, palms right underneath the shoulders and hips stacked on top of your knees. Go ahead and enjoy some cat-cow, tucking your chin to your chest, looking towards your knees, your thighs, your belly button. And exhaling, finding as much movement in your spine. Ooh, really working to stretch your chin away from your chest. Find some length in both directions. Think about keeping a little bit of abdominal engagement here. So belly button gently pulled back towards your spine. Just really working to find some engagement in those lower abs. Not really sucking the whole stomach in. Making sure there's still plenty of room to use your diaphragm and use your breath. We'll spend 1 more minute right here in cat-cow, so find the stretch that works best for you. I know I really like to shake my hips gently right and left and allow my upper body and shoulders to go along for the ride. Last 3 cycles of breath. And then come on into that neutral tabletop. We're just going to start warming and waking up our legs a little bit. Go ahead, send your right leg back. Tuck those toes under. Bring the ball of the foot to the floor. And then gently press away up onto your toes. Just working to bring those shoulders a little bit closer towards your fingertips or maybe in front of them. Let's get 5 more. 5. Keep that belly engaged. 4. 3, 2, 1. Hang out right here just in a half a plank setup, grounding your right foot down into the floor, a little squeeze of your glutes, press your hands, palms into the floor. Make sure you're not wearing your shoulders as earrings, and find a spot to look down at the carpet or floor in front of you. Just about 1 foot for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bring that right knee back in. Another opportunity to just shake it out. In cat-cow, find what feels good. Spend 1 more minute right here. Just a reminder that every day is different. Every day your body is different, and so many things can affect your practice. What's on your mind? What's the temperature in the room? How did you eat yesterday? How did you sleep last night? Are you able to clear your mental desk and just enjoy the stretch, or do other thoughts keep creeping in? And it's okay if you're having trouble just really clearing your mental desk today. As those thoughts come in, honor and notice them, and then do your best to blow them away like you're filling up a balloon with all your stress. All right, go ahead. This time send your left leg back. You might need to wiggle those toes back a little bit. Work to start with the ball of the foot also gently touching on the floor. Find some engagement of your abs and then that nice gentle rock. Back and forth, pressing up onto your toes and then stretching through your heel. There's no right or wrong today, just whatever feels good for you. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hang out in this half plank setup. A little bit more grounding of your right knee, of the left foot into the floor, pressing your hands, palms down. Maybe your elbow creases start to gently shine forward towards the top of your mat. Keep your shoulders pulled away from your ears, back engaged, belly engaged, eyes focused down on the floor in front of you. No extra wrinkles in your neck for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bring that left leg in. Let's open our knees a little bit wider. 1 more opportunity for just a couple cat-cows. Awesome. And then send your hips back towards your heels for a nice wide leg child's pose. And stretch those fingers as far forward as feels comfortable for you. Let's take 5 breaths right here. Remember, aiming for that breath to be as slow as possible, either in through your nose and out through your nose, or if that's not attainable for you today, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Still the idea of hips coming towards heels on your exhale. And if it feels good for you, extra stretching through those arms in your inhale, still waking that body up. Last 2 breaths. Nice. Start to walk those hands in. Press yourself back up to tabletop. And from here, we're going to enjoy some bird dog. Go ahead, extend your right leg out behind you. Keep your right hand and your left knee grounded on your mat as you extend your left arm out in front of you. No need for any extra wrinkles in your neck, so eyes still stretch down towards the floor. Really find some reach from your fingers and your toes, and when you have that beautiful length, make some circles with your hand, with your wrist in one direction, and change direction of those circles. Come back to your nice big stretch through your toes, through your fingers. And then release. Right knee, left hand comes down to the floor. Another opportunity to shake out those shoulders. One more cat-cow. Now keep your right knee, left hand on the floor. Extend that left leg behind you. Finding some engagement of your belly. Extend your right hand in front of you. Find as much length as you can from your fingers, shoulders pulled away from your ears. No wrinkles in your neck. And then again, start to make those circles. First in one direction, still finding length, and then the other direction. Once more in your stillness, stretch through your fingers, stretch through your toes, and change. All right, from right here in tabletop, next up we're going to enjoy some, a shoulder stretch. Yes, I added in a shoulder stretch. All right, so keep your left hand down on the floor. Take a deep inhale, extend your right arm up towards the ceiling. Allow your eyes to follow your hand. So eyes look up towards the ceiling, a little stretch in the neck. And then exhale as your hand palm comes underneath of you, palm facing up towards the ceiling. Bring your right ear to the mat. I wish I had done it this way. All right, right ear to the mat. If you want, you can keep your left elbow stacked right on top of your hand palm for a little bit more of a obvious stretch through those shoulders. If you want to change the stretch a little bit though, a different stretch in your shoulder is stretching your fingers forward as you maybe stretch your hips a little back towards your heels. Or you can always stretch your left hand up towards the ceiling and go for a little mini bind, working to open the chest a little bit more. I'm going to keep my left hand palm down on the floor and apply some pressure into my hand palm, because that is creating the beautiful stretch throughout my upper back that I really need. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. If you took a variation with your left hand, go ahead and walk it back underneath of your shoulder. Press your hand down on the floor, lift yourself up. Right hand draws all the way up towards the ceiling. Eyes follow once more. And then exhale, bring your right hand back down towards the mat. Find some stability in that right hand. Inhale your left arm up towards the ceiling. Chin follows with your hand palm, and exhale. Hand comes underneath of your body. Palm faces up towards the ceiling. As you gently bring your left ear, left temple down towards the mat. And again, find what feels good for you on this side. Either having your elbows stacked on top of your hands' palms, applying some pressure right through the palm of your hand in the floor to feel it between those shoulders, upper back. Or different stretch, top of the shoulders a little bit more through your lats. If you stretch your right hand fingertips all the way forward. Or opening up that chest, stretching your right hand up towards the ceiling and reaching towards that left hip crease. Honor what feels best on this side of the body. Try to relax here in the stretch. And we'll take 2 breaths from right here. Went for a variation, gently release, bring your right hand back down towards the floor, press your right hand palm down, lift yourself up, find that stretch once more, left hand up towards the ceiling, turn your eyes towards your hand, reach, find length, and exhale, bring your left hand back down towards the mat. Let's take one more opportunity and send our hips back towards our heels for child's pose. I'm gonna go for that nice bent arm child's pose this time. A little bit more pressing of my belly into my thighs and my hips towards my heels, and focusing just on the stretch of my lower back while stretching my elbows forward. If you want, you can even reach your fingertips back towards your shoulders for a little bit of a deeper lower back focused stretch here in our third amazing child's pose of the day. No stress or pressure to reach those fingers super far down past your shoulders. And remember, if that doesn't feel good, you can always maybe just bring your hands palms together, or once again go for that stacking of your forearms, and you can still find a stretch from your elbows stretching forward to find a little bit more engagement of that back. Last 2 breaths right here. All right, as you're ready, gently lift yourself back up into tabletop. Oh my. And next up, we're gonna go for
Gate latch pose. So go ahead, extend your right leg out towards the right. Bring your big toe down, and then gently release your heel down, and take a moment, do your best to line your heel up behind your toe, and then exhale to release the edge of your right foot into the floor. Just take a moment right here in the stretch before we come any deeper, focusing on pressing the outer edge of your right foot into the floor, starting to feel a deep stretch on that inner right thigh. Walk your hands in a little bit closer, pull your belly in as you lift yourself up, and inhale your arms up overhead. Right hand grabs hold of the left wrist. Pull your belly in, stretch your left knee into the floor. Press once more through those right toes / edge of your foot. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Inhale, find length from your waist, and exhale, gently stretch over towards the right side of your body. Think about still working to find that lift in your length, so no just crunching down into the right side. Doing your best to keep those biceps by your ears. Once again, grounding the outer edge of the right foot into the floor for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift yourself up. Release your right hand from holding your left. We're going to bring our left hand down towards the floor, underneath of our shoulders. Stretch your right hand up towards the ceiling and lift that right leg. And then from here, we're just going to bend and extend. Bend and extend. 3 more. Bend, extend, bend, extend. Last one. Nice work. Release that right foot back down towards the floor. Find that big stretch one more time through your right hand fingertips, stretching up towards the ceiling. Big stretch all over the right side of your body. One more deep inhale. And on your exhale, rain your right hand fingertips down towards the floor. Walk them forward. When your hands are back in the tabletop position, bring your right leg in. Feel free to shimmy, shake it out as you need to. Wow. Awesome. And then go ahead and send that left leg out towards the side. Plant your left toe down and then drop your heel behind it. Use your breath. Might take a couple of exhales to really work to get the edge of your left foot down to the floor. Just hanging out right here in the stretch. Big stretch on that inner thigh. Slow down your breath. Already working to find length once more of shoulders away from your ears. Walk your hands in. Pull that belly in. Inhale as you lift yourself up. Arms come up overhead. This time left hand grabs hold of right. Relax and release your shoulders away from your ears. Gentle squeezing of your glutes, pressing that pubic mound forward. Inhale, stretch up towards the ceiling from your waist, stomach sucked in. And exhale, slowly, gently find your stretch to the left. Still working to have your biceps by your ears, opening that chest towards the front of the room. So left shoulder can come forward while right shoulder gently draws back, just so you're not collapsed down towards that thigh. Still pressing the outer edge of your left foot into the floor for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift yourself up. Release your right wrist from your left. Exhale your right hand down towards the floor. Stretch that left arm up towards the ceiling. Find some length and lift that left leg. Someone short on space, it's me. Here we go. We're going to bend and extend. Still stretching through those left hand fingertips. Bend, extend. 3 more. Bend, extend. 2. Last one. Awesome. Relax and release your right toe back down towards the mat, heel behind it. Work to press the outer edge of that left foot in. Maybe it was easy on one side, maybe it's harder on the other. Stretch those left hand fingertips up towards the ceiling. Once more, find as deep of a stretch as you can on your left side. Take another deep inhale. And on your exhale, relax and slowly release your left hand down. Walk your hands forward one at a time. Fold your left leg in and cross one leg over the other. Might want to walk your knees forward because next we're going to sit back into Sukhasana, easy pose. Remember, if easy pose is uncomfortable for you, if your hip flexors are really tight, you find your knees coming up towards your chest, feel free to sit on a prep. If that still doesn't feel great, feel free to kick those legs out in front of you and open them a little wider to come into dragonfly. We're going to come into dragonfly later together. All right, so from here, let's take a moment to just come back to our stillness, our mindfulness, and our breath, relaxing and releasing those shoulders down away from your ears. If you're looking for a little bit more grounding, place your hands palms on your thighs with your palms facing down, or you can always bring your palms facing up towards the ceiling, maybe Gyan Mudra, bringing your thumb and your ring finger together. As you come back into your breath here, scan your body from head to toe and just notice what's happening with your spine. Are you finding a big overarching forward as if you're in cow, or a big rounding back as if you're in cat? If the answer is yes, that's okay. Just go ahead, find that grounding with your hands on your thighs to help draw your elbows back, to find the lifted length that you need, to do your best to stack your head over your heart, your ears over your shoulders, over your hips. Little gentle tucking of the chin to the chest to just get that neck as straight as possible. Imagine a string is pulling you up through the crown of your head towards the ceiling to find that length. Abdominal engagement, belly gently pulled back towards your spine, and breath. We're going to take some nice gentle stretches of our neck next. So on your next exhale, relax and release your right ear towards your right shoulder. And you can hang out right here if this is enough for you. If you want to make the stretch even deeper, go ahead and release your left hand fingertips down towards the floor and gently walk them away from you. You can continue to either apply some pressure of your fingertips to the floor or lift your fingers up off of the mat, press through your hand palm as you stretch your fingertips back towards your face. Really focusing on just creating as deep of a stretch as you can. So maybe even gently tucking that chin a little bit towards your chest. Breathe it out for 3, 2, 1. Release your fingers back to the floor if you lifted them. Walk your hand back in. Take a moment, tuck your chin down towards your chest. Draw your elbows back slightly. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Knit your rib cage back together though. Keep that stomach sucked in. And let's come into the stretch on the opposite side. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, gently relax and release your left ear towards your left shoulder. And you can stay right here working to find some length. Almost think about like you're stretching your right temple up towards the ceiling. If you want more of a stretch, gently bringing your right hand fingertips down to the mat and walking them away as much as possible. And remember, Each side of our body is different, so you don't have to do the exact same thing on each side. Just doing what honors you. If you want, you can flex those fingertips back towards your face, press through your hand palm, really finding a little bit more of a stretch through that press. And remember, we're focusing on the stretch that we're creating in our neck. For 3, 2, 1. Relax and release your fingers back down towards the floor. Walk them in. Tuck your chin to your chest, and we're just going to find some movement of our neck in the frontal plane. So bringing your right ear towards your right shoulder, and then changing your breath, chin to chest, bringing your left ear towards your left shoulder. Work to find some openness of that chest, so still chest sternum can be lifted, belly pulled in, shoulder blades have a gentle squeeze towards each other as our elbows draw towards the back of the room. Oh my gosh, feels so good. Let's do 2 more times on each side. And then if you would like to, you can go for a full neck circle now that you're a little bit more warmed up. Or you can just keep the stretch right here in the frontal plane. Just being kind to the back of our necks. If you feel any place as we go for these full neck circles, don't worry, we'll change direction in just a second. That needs a little bit extra attention. Feel free to hang out in a sticky spot, send your breath, maybe even picking your fingertips up and helping to massage out any tension that you might feel in your neck and your shoulders. Let's go around 2 more times in whichever direction you started. And next time your chin comes towards your chest or your ears at your shoulder and it feels good, go ahead, change direction of those circles. Remember, still working to do our best to keep that chest lifted. I know it can be a challenge in the morning. Oh my gosh, opening the chest, squeezing shoulder blades together. Feel free to hang out in any tense spots. Last 2 times. Beautiful. Next time your chin comes towards your chest, take a moment, just tucked right there. Really draw those elbows back a little bit more. So your fingertips draw along your thighs as your thumbs come closer towards your hip flexors. Take a deep inhale as you lift your head back up. Awesome. Bring your hands back towards your knees. We're just going to take a little bit more of a stretch of our upper body back before we take a nice spine twist. So this time, applying pressure of your left hand into your thigh, you're going to draw that left shoulder forward, draw your right elbow back, and start with a gentle twist of your upper body. Still working to find that length from the crown of your head, chin neutral towards your chest. Use your breath, just a simple little twist right here, really big in that mid-back. Sit bones are grounded down on the floor. One more deep inhale. And on your exhale, switch. So right hand fingertips are going to come a little bit closer towards the knee. Left hand draws in. Apply some pressure of the right hand into the floor. A little bend of all the elbows. As you turn your chin gently towards your left shoulder. Right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Take one more big breath right here. And as you exhale, gently come forward. We'll do that spine twist again in a second. For now, keep your sit bones grounded as you walk your hands palms forward. As far as feels good for you today, you can press those hands palms into the floor. Once again, waking up that mid, lower back, maybe even a lot in your shoulders, just depending on how you're feeling today. Take one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, walk your hands over to the right as much as possible. Keep your left sit bone grounded towards the mat. Stretch your left shoulder a little higher up towards the ceiling.
Focusing on that big stretch all throughout the left side of your body. Your chin can be wherever it feels good. If you still want to find some movement in your neck, you can even find a little rotation in your neck right now. For 3, 2, 1. Gently begin to walk your hands back towards the center, keeping your sit bones grounded on the floor. Press into your right sit bone. Oh, find that stretch this time on the right side of your body. See if you can still relax and release your shoulders away from your ears. Find that length through the crown of your head once more. Take one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, release yourself back to center. Walk yourself in. We're going to go ahead and place our right hand down on the floor. You can even walk it away gently and start to take a little bit of a bend of your elbow. There's no need or pressure to bring your right forearm down towards the mat, but you can if you want to. All right, we're going to inhale that left arm up towards the ceiling. Just find a little bit of a deeper stretch. If it's easily accessible for you to get your forearm down while still keeping your left sit bone in contact with the mat, great. But if your left sit bone is lifting up, just walk your hand out a little bit farther. Use it as a kickstand as you find that big stretch once more through the left side of your body. Take a deep inhale, and on your exhale, lift yourself up. Place your left hand down. Find that big stretch in the right side. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a little jealous of Jen teaching this beautiful morning stretch class. If this is not the best way to start your day, no offense, Kenley, and your morning strength, then I just don't know what is. There is nothing more beautiful than a morning mindful yoga practice. Change, lift yourself up. Let's find one more spine twist while we're sitting upright. Go ahead, bring your left hand fingertips to the outside of your right thigh this time, and right hand fingertips close by the base of your spine. Really press those fingers into the floor, pull your belly in, ground your sit bones. Before you even turn your head, work to find that lifted length, the openness of your chest, the engagement of your shoulder blades, and your abs are contracted as well. And once you have all of that going on, use your exhale to gently turn and twist your chin towards your right shoulder. And it might take a couple of exhales for you to come into the version of the twist that works best for you today. And we'll just hang out right here, nice and gentle. Keep those shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Consider a bend of both of your elbows if you can. For 3, 2, 1. Change. Gently bring yourself forward. Bring your hands back towards your knees as you draw your right hand towards the outside of your left thigh. Left hand fingertips come close by the base of your spine. Don't turn and twist that head yet. Start from the bottom. Ground your sit bones. Pull your belly in. Release your shoulders from your ears. Engage your back. As you're ready, use your exhale now to gently turn your chin towards your left shoulder. Still finding that length through the crown of your head. Once again, think about keeping a bend in your elbows. Right shoulder draws forward, left shoulder draws back. Either eyes closed or finding that one relaxed spot to focus your eyes, relax your mind, enjoy your breath. For 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Slowly, gently release forward. Let's do a quick little dragonfly. So kicking the right leg out, kicking your left leg out as much as feels good for you. Ooh, might need to just shift a little right and left. All right, sit bones grounded. We're going to inhale, bring those arms up overhead. You can interlace your fingers if you want. As we exhale, we're going to turn towards the right leg and just hinge forward as much as feels good for us. Inhale, lift yourself up. Turn towards the left leg. Exhale, hinge forward. So working with your own breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, turn and twist if you need to. You can always separate your hands if you know you're not going to come down too deep Find those hands, palms on the floor. Inhale, lift. Twist. Exhale, rain those fingertips down. Let's do 2 more each side. Inhale, lift. Twist. Exhale, rain down. And after the second one we do on this side, we're gonna hang out in our twist on each side for just a second. So we have 1 more cycle through, moving with our breath. Inhale, lift. Twist. Exhale, come down. 1 more time to the left. Lift. Twist. Exhale, down. This time, inhale, lift yourself up. Twist. Exhale, come on down. Let's hold it for a couple more breaths right here. Really work to keep both of those sit bones down towards the mat. Can you still flex your toes back towards your face? Can you gently drop your left shoulder, left elbow a little bit more to get your 2 shoulders in one line, a little extra stretch all through the left side of your body. Your right shoulder can even draw back gently. Maybe you can bring your belly to your thigh for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift yourself up. Twist. Exhale, slowly, gently lower down to the right side. Just like we did on the left, find a little extra engagement on the right by drawing your right shoulder forward, dropping your right elbow down. Left shoulder can come back. Breathing it out right here. Two more slow breaths. Inhale, lift yourself up. Turn back to center. Relax those arms down by your side. Let's go ahead, bob those feet in. My favorite. All right. And then slowly, gently relax and release yourself down onto your back. When we get there, draw those knees in towards your chest. You can separate them out a little bit wider if you want. Really just working to draw those knees towards our chest as much as possible. Relax and release your shoulders away from your ears. Get as much of your neck vertebrae flat on the mat as you can. If you want, you can even grab hold of your knees with your elbow crooks. Even squeezing those knees in towards each other. Let's take one nice reclined hip opener before we come into our final savasana. So gently relax and release the soles of your feet back down towards the mat. When they get there, bring the soles of the feet together. Allow those knees to fall out heavy towards the side. You might need to lift yourself up a little bit. So find what feels good for you. If the stretch is a little too intense with those heels very close towards the center line of your body, even think about bringing your heels, your toes closer towards the bottom of your mat. And either one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, or arms relaxed by your side, or one more stretch of your chest with some goalpost arms. Just finding what feels and honors you today. With every exhale, gently allowing the outside of your thighs to just sink a teeny bit closer towards the floor. Mostly just taking the mental tension away from the stretch as much as possible. You've got about 1 more minute right here in reclined bound angle.
this time just to notice the sounds that you hear in the space that you're in during your stillness. Particularly as we come into our final savasana, listen for the furthest away sound that you can hear. Truly using all of your senses to take in the room. Notice any smells that you might enjoy. I think it smells like someone's making pancakes, and I find that very unlikely at 7:40 in the morning. Also, I live alone. But you know what? If I'm gonna smell imaginary pancakes, great. Things could be a lot worse, right? All right, let's go ahead and kick ourselves out into our final savasana. Feel free to open those arms, open those legs as wide as feels comfortable for you. We'll spend about 3 minutes right here. If maybe your bed is making your back feel not 100, you can always go ahead and bend your knees, even making a little lean-to with those knees in towards each other, just to find a little bit more support on your lower back, or just, to try something different. Beautiful savasana, everyone. Gently roll over onto your hip. Allow your knees to fall heavy to one side. Take a moment here in recovery position. Bring your upper arm down on the floor. Apply some pressure into that hand palm to gently lift yourself up. And let's come on back into Sukhasana, easy pose, as we finish our practice together. Go ahead, bring your hands palms to the center of your chest and tuck your chin to your chest, and honor yourself for making this time for you and your physical and mental health the most beautiful way to start your day. As always, if there are any questions or concerns about anything we said or did today, please reach out. Continue to speak good words, think good thoughts, do good deeds, eat good foods. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your energy, not just with me, but with each other. I can't wait to see you all again soon. Have a beautiful day. Namaste. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day.